You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more?
Yeah, it's like... Of course, it's like, you just want to know, just to make sure.
Absolutely. Now, RB, we are getting to the half-an-hour mark, so dude, obviously this isn't a good time to stop, but do keep an eye out. I'm going to let you decide when it will be.
Alright, I think... Yeah, now there's going to be a number of weak spots.
Okay. And no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. You use the truth bullet on the foot of the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak points are actually lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun.
Well now then, this is where it gets a little... This is where it starts getting a little bit more interesting.
Why is Toko smiling so much? What's up with her?
It's Toko.
Alright, let's see how this goes.
And you want to know why I say more interesting?
Bathroom girlfriend.
Oh, never mind. I thought we were getting more truth bullets.
Oh.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
Yes, it did.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Yes, she was.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her.
That's right.
And they got into the bathroom.
No.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Yes, it did.
Because Sayaka had locked it.
No, she didn't lock it.
No, that's wrong.
There's no locks on the boys' bathroom doors.
But that's the thing.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
But he thought it was locked because he thought it was her bathroom.
And why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite
Yeah.
Yep.
Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yep, true as true can be. But you know,
I bet you're just loving this
Monokuma. The
Monokuma.
ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place?
Because they couldn't get in?
Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake.
Yes.
Thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
Which
I really like Kyoko.
The reason, here's the reason, because if you paid attention to the last episode,
something the killer didn't know, for some reason, they were convinced the door was locked, which means the important detail the killer didn't know was the crime took place in my room.
The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was?
Oh my god.
That's inconceivable.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in
Kyoko and Sayaka switched rooms.
Right.
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it
Good.
wasn't opening.
Yeah.
Right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
So anyone else besides those two?
Yeah, that's everyone.
Couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well then, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
No, let's not do that.
Rules? You really think that's a good idea? Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
But serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
She really doesn't like her.
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the
Good
culprit get
question.
into Makoto's room in the first place?
This is something you've been wondering.
Yes.
Absolutely.
How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit
No.
picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
I still have no idea.
Then, maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative. If you remember, Monokuma made it quite
Yep.
clear that the locks
The locks are
unpickable.
unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone
Odd.
doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
The reason why there's no way Sayaka invited her killer into the room, I already have the answer. Just because they switched rooms.
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open the door for anyone.
Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
What? What? There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top
Oh
sheet
my
with a
god.
pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes.
That's very true.
Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then that no. Sayaka wrote it.
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Don't do the drooling face.
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be
Why
sure
are you so proud?
anyone even got
I don't
this
know.
note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh?
What makes you say
say
that?
that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention.
I'll say a good point to cut this in half is when we get to a certain point that I know it's coming up.
Okay.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yes, that's true.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says my room.
Yes, it does.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Yes, that's right.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words,
Oops, I missed
even
it.
if
Never mind.
someone did read the note and
That's
did
fine.
what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
No,
It certainly
not
would seem that
necessarily,
way.
because the dorm plates were switched. It must be because...
Sayaka
Okay.
and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, it specifically says my room. I see.
Oh, I wanted to do it on my
So if
room.
then they would
Okay.
have gone to Sayaka.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even
So
if
bad,
someone
baby.
did read, they would not have any connection.
You'll get used to it eventually.
They would seem that
Alright, let's hurry up. Let's speed through. I'm not too sure which statement it is. It said my room.
Specifically says, I see. Then they would have gone to
Exactly. The room that...
Right.
That's wrong.
I hope this is the right statement.
Yeah, if it breaks it, it's the right statement.
Okay, good.
Nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
The
Plus,
more
their
it goes
rooms are
on, the
right
more
next to each other,
complicated it
So
gets.
switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right? Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. It's Sayaka.
I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Anyone
This
who
is
ever knew
getting
about us
dark.
switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
So she
So you-
invited
She
the
specifically
killer to
tells the
come to
reader to check the
Makoto's
nameplate.
room.
She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
Yep.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in
No,
and
I don't
attacked
think
her.
so.
We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
Not quite,
But
Taco.
we
Yes
still
and
don't know
no.
who it is, you goddamn idiot.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds
We need to figure out what happened during the fight.
At the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh, yeah.
Sean, you know it,
What's
don't
the deal
you?
with that sword?
There's still something I don't understand, but man.
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy.
Well, don't
if I
say
had
it
to
yet.
defend myself.
No.
Because, I mean, you need to confirm
Seems
your
pretty likely
suspicions.
that the
No,
killer
yeah,
used
you
it
don't
to
want to put
break
yourself out
Sayaka's
there
right wrist.
too quickly. Not
How the
that
hell
from
could you
Phoenix, right?
possibly know that's what broke her
Exactly.
wrist?
Right. How did that break her wrist? The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with a fake sword is because there was gold on her wrist.
I got it! All
Yep.
you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist.
Why did it
And it
break?
should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
It's like glitter.
Yeah.
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
Yep.
I see.
I guess the sword must be blunt.
Yeah, I mean, it's a replica. Of course it's gonna be blunt.
Yeah. So what happened in my room, and what led to Sayaka's death, that's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more?
I think this is the part where it's gonna start getting a little bit tougher.
Alright, we carry it on?
Yep.
Are you getting used to these non-stop debates? Starting with, yep,
multiple truth bullets
into your truth cylinder. But just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak points. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence gauge. You can press the LB button to rotate the cylinder. Ah, that helps. Choose which bullet to fire. Press and release LB to cycle through each, or hold down LB and use the left stick to select a specific bullet. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. For our purposes this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Good luck.
So here, we have it on the hard difficulty for your logic.
Right, here we go. So
we have 3 bullets.
The replica sword sheath, the kitchen knife set, the replica sword.
When the
and that
fighting
switches.
broke out,
okay.
The culprit grabbed the sword.
So let's kind of look through what the statements like are going through, and then you can figure it out.
Right.
Sneak attack.
Right.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away. But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
No, that doesn't really make sense.
When the fighting broke
So let's look at the bullets that we have. We have the replica sword sheath, we have the kitchen knife.
Can I check them again?
Yeah.
So can I go to the menu?
Sword-based sneak attack.
No, you have to. You can you can pause right now if you want, which is like start, or go into your e-handbook.
Oh, okay, good. So we've got the replica sword. Makoto took this. The sword handle was missing. Some of the gold coating as was part of the blade. The part of the blade was missing.
Well, part of the gold coating.
Makoto took this from the gym, and the sheath was found some distance away from the sword, and it shows some evidence of being scratched with a sharp object. If you were to attack someone with a sword, you would certainly remove the sheath first. Right. And what was the last thing? The kitchen knife set. And I think that's probably a doozy. So the sheath is what I'm pretty much interested in.
She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
I don't think that's right.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
Well, then let's head back around.
What happened?
When the fighting broke out, the culprit, and that's when the first sword-based sneak attack.
Oh, that's why.
And that's what
it's too slow.
Alright,
I want to hit that one.
It's definitely that you just need to get used to, because like you trying to speed up and everything is right there.
And that's when the first sword-based sneak attack.
No, I don't think it was that. Right. I mean, they give you plenty of time really to answer these anyway, so.
Actually,
exactly.
No, I don't think the fight started with the sword.
No.
Huh? Why not?
Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only
Right.
sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any
Mondo's not the
explanation
brightest
for the scratch
person.
on the
No, it's kind of
I mean,
a wonder.
he's smart, but he's not that smart.
It's kind of a wonder that he's like the ultimate biker ganger or whatever his role is.
The ultimate biker gang leader.
You'd take
There
it
you
out
go.
of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe
Yes.
they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen
Was the
knife
one who attacked
was the
first.
one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished
That just seems way too complicated.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Ah, there is. Her broken wrist?
Shoot!
I guess not.
Nope. So you just lost some influence.
But she never used the sword. Her palms.
Her palms,
She would have
because
had
they would have gold on them.
Right.
Right. The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Because I touched
Like
it
I said
earlier.
before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
No. The time of death was around 1:30 a.m.
Because you think I'm ugly?
Oh, shut up, Toko.
No, that's not it at all.
What? How did you get to that conclusion? Why not? Because you think I'm ugly? The water was off. Oh fuck! I chose the wrong one. No. Damn it!
You did it on accident. You could have done it perfect. Oh well. Oh yeah, by the way, answering questions also kind of refills the influence
That's
back a
good
little
to
bit.
know.
Around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at night.
The time of death was 1:30
The water in
a.m.
the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
The water and everything shuts.
I haven't taken a shower.
Ugh.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
How would you know what a big fat ugly donkey smells like?
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer.
Because according to Monokuma,
only one who
once
used the sword.
once midnight starts, the water turns off.
If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
Sayaka.
I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Sayaka?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka.
Sayaka.
She set it all up.
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, she was not. Oh my god.
No,
I actually feel
far
really,
from
really
it.
bad for
It's
whoever
almost
killed her.
as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
This entire time.
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Indeed.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms. correct?
Yup.
Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms
Because she wanted to frame me.
was so that she could pin the crime
Yep.
on you. That is a
Because
possibility.
she has to
is
not
it
only
not?
kill someone, but she has to get away with it.
Sayaka wanted to.
Oh, you muppet, man. I told you.
And you want to know the...
That would
You
also
wanna know the
explain
best
why
part
she
too?
switched the nameplates.
If she got away with it, she would have been here at this trial, and she would have been hounding Makoto down.
Yep.
She
Oh
wanted
god.
to get whoever she had targeted.
It was
to come
pretty
to
much
Makoto's room
the setup
where she
for a
was staying.
perfect crime.
She was using you, dude.
And by committing the murder there,
You fell for the
instead
pretty
of
girl.
her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
Pretty much the most logical people here are Byakuya, Celeste, and Kyoko.
I had no idea. I would never have thought that it would have been Sayaka that switched the nameplates.
But doesn't that plan
I actually
seem a
thought maybe it was
little
Monokuma.
risky?
I thought maybe the crime happened, and then Monokuma really wanted Sayaka to to be killed, and therefore he switched the nameplate so that Sayaka would definitely be killed. But no.
But this is the thing, of course. Monokuma said that he wouldn't interfere with the school lives or he wouldn't like destroy or tamper with evidence.
He did. I don't believe him, but he did.
For one thing, even if her
He
plan
didn't.
worked, Mr.
Not
Navy
this time.
would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable
Everything
of that
was
kind of
Sayaka.
cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
I bet you're feeling pretty crushed right now.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her
Oh
attack
my
with the
god, my
knife,
mind is
then
blown
found
right now.
herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got
Way more
broken,
convoluted
and
than
she was
Phoenix
forced
Wright,
to
right?
take the knife.
Well, absolutely, especially for the first case.
I mean, the first case that we have with Phoenix Wright was just
were suddenly turned on her.
And Larry
She
hit that
died
guy.
at the hands of the one she
Yeah.
planned to murder.
and it's just like he killed his girlfriend, and that's it. And he just blames it on him. No, this
That can't be true. Because
you're in denial.
Hey, hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Come on, Monokuma, we're working on it.
Yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to find out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues goes, there's nothing left. Not true. Not true at all. Okay. Trash Duty, Iris account, dying message.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Very well. Then let's review all the clues we found. Up
I
to this
think
point.
you already know what it is.
Do we really have time for all that?
I just want to see all the messages, but boy, I think I know what it is.
Don't do something! We're all gonna die!
Calm down, Toko.
Yep, Sayaka left
It's
something
easy just to
behind.
say, hey, decide. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Whoops, wrong button again.
It's why.
no, that's wrong.
There was a piece of evidence.
Sayaka's a bitch.
There still might be one
She's
clue
seriously a
left.
bitch.
Sayaka's dying message.
Dining.
And then
Oh,
dining.
Dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember?
No, I don't even trust her. She could have written anyone's name.
Written in her own blood.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's no question that Sayaka wrote it.
Because of her
left
finger.
Yep.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean?
11137.
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not...
Oh, yeah,
Huh? What?
No,
Oh,
it's
God.
just... look at the numbers. Don't these first
They are
two...
not
you're
numbers.
The Connect looking at it now.
Whoa. You might have found...
A little gray cell.
But even if
What?
that really is an N, N037.
Oh my god, guys, could you not see it? It's no use, I just don't know.
Rotate the
Yes, you
image
do!
Yeah.
Oh, does she really need to spell it out?
She literally just did. Flip it upside down.
You just shot past the clue, so who...
Here we go.